So good morning, everyone, and welcome to this monthly CSP update from TD SYNNEX on everything Microsoft CSP. This webinar is a monthly webinar where we usually go through all the news in Microsoft CSP program, the Microsoft AI and Cloud Partner Program, including news, price changes, program benefits updates, incentives updates, etc. Today is the 4th day of October, and in every October, Microsoft is releasing the new incentives. So today, the webinar will be a lot about Microsoft incentives and the partner earning opportunities. And let me say right from the start, it will be a pretty comprehensive agenda we have today. Incentives for Microsoft, there's so many opportunities for us as partners, but there's also a lot to know. And I promise you, I cannot go through everything today. That would be too much. We are all different. I can see from the partners that has registered for the event today that you are all kind of partners. Some of you have SMB customers. Some of you have very large enterprise customers. Some of you are mostly have focused on Dynamics 365 and others on Azure. And in all those solution plays, there is a lot of earning opportunities, and I cannot go through all the details today. So what I will focus on today is to give you a first introduction course on the earning opportunities available to you, give you some examples and how to read the Microsoft documentation on the incentives. And then, of course, myself and all my good friends in TD SYNNEX, we are here to help you. And we very much would like to go through those opportunities with you and see how those map to your business, to your customers, and how we can go land together new business for you. And with new business, maximize the profit for you. We will also use a little bit time today just to go through some of the important milestones and deadlines. But it will more be like a short reminder, and then please watch the webinar from last month. There you can see even more details. My name is Kjell Larsen. I'm vendor manager responsible for the Microsoft business in Nordic. And with me today, I have Sophia that makes sure that everything is working and also monitor the questions from you. So please, if you have any question, feel free to ask those in the Q&A. As I told you in the beginning, it will be a very comprehensive agenda today, so there might not be a lot of time to answer questions in the end of the call. But rest assured that any question that you might have and that you put in the Q&A, I will return to you with my answers on those questions. And we will share the questions in an FAQ when we send the recording after the call today. So the webinar will be recorded, and the recording and the presentation and the Q&A will be posted on the TD SYNNEX blogs within 3 business days. It's also on the TD SYNNEX blog that you can see the webinar from the previous months. So first, the reminders. Important milestones and deadlines that you need to be aware as a Microsoft CSP partner. First of all, we are in the final steps of moving everything that was the legacy CSP subscriptions to new commerce. So Microsoft has made the final steps now to renew any business you have left in legacy CSP into new commerce. So regardless if the business is for corporate customers, commercial customers, education customers, or charity subscriptions, now when the subscription comes to the annual renewal date, it will no longer renew in legacy, it will renew in NCE, in the new commerce experience, with the given terms. And this is important for you to be aware of, because you maybe have not informed your customers. So maybe your customers think that they can just cancel at any time. But with Microsoft New Commerce, this is not the case. So please go through your legacy business you still have left. Make sure that you have informed the customer that at the renewal date, it will renew to New Commerce on the given terms. So either the customer needs to commit for 1 year, or they need to change to a monthly subscription, and that will also cause a price increase. So this is really important for you, that you have informed your customers so you don't end up having the commitment and your customers not pay. Then the renewal itself, for most of your business, it will happen with no action from you. Microsoft will simply renew it on the renewal date into New Commerce. But there might be some subscriptions that will no longer exist in New Commerce. And that's mostly like special offers, migration offers, and those kind of things. So make sure that you review your document of retiring offers and find a replacement SKU for those customers. And this is mostly to you that sell Dynamics. There might be some Dynamics special offers that actually has not been valid for Microsoft for a very long time, but now they will expire. The other thing you should know is that these renewals will happen from now and basically 1 year. You might have some subscriptions that is from July or from August, and they will continue in legacy until the anniversary date in August 2025. But after March 31, you will no longer earn incentives on those. So make sure that you already now have a plan. And if you want to secure your incentives, then do a manual renewal to NCE before March 31. Reach out to your Cynics team to get help. If you are having any doubt, then we can help you with a list of your customer subscriptions, when they have renewal date, and what action is required from you. So next thing to know, when you move from legacy to NCE, then for a customer, it's no longer possible to cancel a subscription during term. You commit for either 12 months or for 1 month. If you commit only for 1 month, then you have a price increase of 20%. So that is a good discount by making a commitment for 12 months. But the customer can then not commit, or they cannot cancel during that term. Also, Microsoft was like logging you in to a specific distributor and logging the customer to a specific partner. And of course, that's not the best situation, because maybe the customer don't feel they get a good service from you and want to move to one of your competitors. Or maybe one of your competitor is not delivering a good service, and that is a business opportunity for you. So Microsoft has made a change that now it is possible for an end customer to move business from one partner to another partner. So the customer cannot end the subscription before time, but it is possible now to move it to another partner. The same as it has been long time for Azure. So there is of course some action to do so. And you are very, very much welcome to engage with your TD team so we can help you in that process. But what action is required from you first? First of all, make sure that you actually have made the agreements with your customers. What are they allowed to do? If you have locked the customer to you, that you have provided maybe special discount, maybe you have offered special services, maybe you will not accept to lose the customer within the term. Then you need to make sure that you have your agreements in place. It's up to you to decide if you want to accept a transfer request or not. So make sure that you have a plan with your existing business, with your existing customers, so they feel they get a good service. Again, reach out to your TD team if you have any questions, but know that now it is possible for an end customer to move subscriptions. And also, that is a good news in the case that the customer wants to still have Teams. Then when you do the transfer, it will be included still in the Microsoft 365 subscription. There was a few Dynamics partners in the call today. And I hope you are all aware that Microsoft had a price increase on October 1st. So the prices is valid now. The prices is not changing just right away. If you have a subscription you sold in March, then you will still pay the old price until March. But March next year, 2025, then there will be a price increase. So review your agreements you have with customers and make sure that they are aware if there will be a price increase at the anniversary date. It is not all Dynamics 365 subscriptions that is increasing in price. The pricing for Dynamics 365 Business Central will remain unchanged. Please engage with your TD team if you have any questions and if you want to know anything for a specific customer or for a specific subscription, and we will be here to help you. These are the pricing in US dollar, and the new pricing has just become available for Microsoft and is available from your license desk with TD and from your account manager in TD. And when we are talking about price changes, then you may recall that Microsoft is actually making currency exchange rates updates twice a year. Last time was in February, and there was some price increase that impacted customers in Norway and Sweden. So still have this in mind that if you have some customers on the old pricing that is up for renewals from now and until February, then at the renewal date, there will be a higher price. The good news is there's no change in price in September. So only customers in Norway and Sweden is impacted by the price increase in February. But the second option for a price increase for Microsoft in September will not happen in any country. Then a little bit on the Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program. You may recall that since now 2 years, Microsoft have this solution partner designation that was replacing the old legacy Microsoft Partner Network Partner Program. You remember the program where you was either silver or gold partner. The solution partner designation is a program that is really designed to show end customers the value of you as a partner, and also the extra skills you have with certifications and specializations to really deliver the service a customer need. It's designed for Microsoft end customers to find the right partner for any given solution. It also the program that give you access to incentives. But of course, when Microsoft introduce new stuff, they will have some transition period before they remove everything from the legacy program. So partners have still been able to renew the old legacy Microsoft Partner Network subscription, the Silver and Gold, to be able to still get incentives and to remain the legacy product benefits. So partners, when they was skilling themselves to become solution partner, they was able still to renew the old programs. Now I'm here to tell you that if you are not yet a solution partner with a solution partner designation, then now is the time to consider to get ready for that. Because from January 22 next year, Microsoft will no longer offer the legacy silver gold benefits, and it will not be possible to purchase and renew these offerings after that date. So if you have a renewal date from now and until January 21st, then you will still have the option if you want to renew in legacy or if you want to renew in the solution partner designation. And else, then it will just be that at your next anniversary date after January 22, then you only have the option to renew in the solution partner designation. We are, of course, here to help you. So if you have any doubt, what will be the right solution for you? When is your renewal date? What skilling is required? Other things that you need to be aware of? Then reach out to your partner account team in Citizenix, and we are here to help you. We also have our Citizenix Academy, where we can offer different kind of training, all the Microsoft certifications, so you can be ready and have the solution partner designation required. So this, of course, have impact also on incentives. So if you still have a legacy program, if you have renewed the legacy programs, then you will still earn incentives until September next year. So meaning within the new fiscal year 25 incentive period that was from this week, 1st of October, you will continue to earn incentives running until September 30 next year. But after that date, you need to have the solution partner designation. If you don't feel that it's really worth to get the incentives, and it's not a benefit for you to market yourself as a solution partner, then you have other options as a Microsoft partner to still get access to Microsoft product benefits. So there is both the solution to go for being a solution partner designation, or you can choose between 3 other partner programs. And in the last recording from last month, I go through all the details in these benefit packages, so you can see what software is included, what cloud solutions is included, so you can make the right decision. And of course, please engage with your team in Citizenix so we can help you. And the final note, there will be a lot of changes coming to the product benefits from January next year, where Microsoft will add new software, including Microsoft 365 Copilot. So reach out to us to learn more and see the webinar from last month. So now to the main topic. What is the Microsoft fiscal year 25 incentives and what earning opportunities do you have as a partner? So, first of all, Microsoft has created these incentives to reward you as a partner to help Microsoft achieve their targets. So you should not consider the incentives as some kind of margin that is just like the margin on the product, because that margin you have already in the difference from the cost price from Citizenix and the sell price that you offer to your customers. No, the incentives is considered to be a kind of reward for Microsoft for you doing extra stuff to sell Microsoft solutions. And this is how the awards, all the incentives are designed. The more you do, the more work you have, the better incentives is available. And if you align your strategy and your priorities with the Microsoft priorities, and if you invest in your business, use the incentives to invest in your business, then there's actually more incentives available. So the more that you are like committing to Microsoft, the more Microsoft is committing to you. And all these incentives and benefits, they are just between you and Microsoft. It's actually not between us as a distributor. We are here to help you maximize your profit, but all the incentives are paid directly from Microsoft to you as a reward. For the next fiscal year, I think it's not a surprise to anyone that Microsoft has a lot of focus on AI and on security. So it's all about Copilot. Basically, Microsoft would like all of us to use Microsoft 365 Copilot. And I can understand because it's a lovely tool. So of course, Microsoft is making a lot of content available to us and is also aligning the incentives for us to go and help tell the customers about the benefits of Copilot. It's also the opportunity to talk with the customer about customized solutions and create specific AI solutions for the customers in Azure. So that's the second priority, AI design wins with every customer. Security is a high priority for Microsoft. It's really, really important that we together make sure that the end user and the customers, that they are working on a secure platform. And now, especially with AI, it's so important that we work with the customers to make sure that they have the right settings and don't share too much. But because with AI, if there is no security settings, then and privacy settings, then everything will be easy available to anyone. So the benefit of using Copilot and the AI is all the data, all the knowledge that is stored within your company. How easy all that data can be available to us in any situation. But as it is so easy available, it's really important that you make sure that the customer is secure. And Microsoft have great solutions to do so with Microsoft 365 Business Premium and E5. So of course, good work, good opportunities available to us. Microsoft 365 is the core for any of these workloads. And of course, we need together still to make sure that we execute well and update the customers to Microsoft 365 Business Premium, Microsoft 365 E3, and Microsoft 365 E5, depending what is the need of the customers. And then everything AI work much better when everything is in the cloud. So if you was really waiting for like a kind of compelling reason why to move old legacy server installations into Azure, I think now you have the answer. If the customer has not been ready really to go to Azure yet, that they feel they have been fine with an old server in the basement, now to really benefit of all those AI opportunities, you should be in the cloud. So therefore, Microsoft has high expectations that now is the time customers will move those legacy installations into the cloud. And this is an opportunity for you to really engage with your customers to make sure to make those workload move from on-premise to the cloud. Because if you are not doing, there is a risk that somebody else will. And Microsoft will push this. We are all different. I can see it from the attendee list today that we have many different kind of partners. Some of you was, like I said, have focus on Dynamics 365. We have some partners that focus a lot on Power BI and Fabric. We also have security partners, and we have some partners that have went all in on Copilot already. So you have different priorities as partners, and customers has different needs. And Microsoft has tried to identify or make a kind of, you can say, mapping of those different kind of technologies and needs, and made a lot of tools available to us as partners to address those needs. So here you see the list in the left side of the different kind of Microsoft technologies areas, from Azure to business apps and modern work and security. And then you actually see the different kind of cohorts, as Microsoft call it, the different kind of solution plays that is designed to really help you work with your customers to act on those needs. And these include a lot of great content available from Microsoft, and all the incentives are aligned to those. And here you can also see that they have went in and made like a kind of assessment and say these ones, this is most for enterprise customers. Other ones, they are for SMC, the corporate customers, the larger customers. And then there is some of the solution plays that are more for the SMB market. And Microsoft is creating different kind of content to help us sell, to help us deliver. That is then also created with those customer segments in mind. So if you want to really have success with these solution plays, engage with Microsoft and engage with your citizenics people, because we can help you find all those assets and help you design your go-to-market play in these solutions. So basically, in all these areas, Microsoft has created what they call the customer engagement model. This is a proven practice how Microsoft do themselves. So within the Microsoft organization, with their sales team, this is how they approach the customers. They listen and consult, talk to the customers, find out what is their needs, and bring in the right solutions. They create POCs to inspire and design, and they help them to really land it, to deploy it, and to manage it in the building, all those kind of operational processes. And then, of course, they help end users to realize the value of the investment, to make sure they are happy. This is not just like a license sale and then they move away and the customer get angry and move to Google. No, Microsoft, they really want to make sure that the customers is happy with the investment they made. So they will continue work with Microsoft, use more Microsoft services, and this way grow the business together. So these are like the kind of steps that Microsoft is working themselves. And they share all these knowledge they have from their own sales organization with us as partners. And they share all the content they have created for themselves to use with us as partners. And honestly, it's really good. It takes some time to understand. It takes some time to really go in and see what we can do. And I think actually the largest problem for us as partners is there is so much. So for us as partners to really understand all that content and tools they have available to support us in our sales, that takes a lot of time. But when you understand it, you have a lot of really high value content that you can use towards your customers in the whole sales process. You don't need to do everything from scratch. You can use the content from Microsoft. You are allowed to share with your customers. You can change the logo, you can change the text, you can use Copilot to do so. It is really good. We use this every day. So again, reach out to your Cynics team and we will help you understand your business, what is your priorities, map it to the solution place, and help you find the content that is required. Sophia, my colleague in this call, is helping partners every day doing so and creating go-to-market assets and marketing assets to help you sell. And then Microsoft is rewarding you as a partner for doing this work. So as a Microsoft CSP partner, you know you already can get incentives on the transactions from Microsoft. But on top of this, there's actually a lot of activity-based incentives available. So if you help customers understand the value of Copilot, understand the value of BI data in the cloud, help do deployments, then you can have access to more incentives. But well, it's not just become easy, because of course Microsoft also want to make sure that the services delivered to their customers is of high quality, that you know what you are doing and you have the right skills to deliver the quality of service. So they may already help you with all the content from marketing presentations, customer presentations, marketing assets, social media posts, and they help you with POC assets and many, many more. But in return, you need to make sure that you have the right skills to help your customers. And that's why you need to be a solution partner to have access to those, but also that you invest further in specific areas and get specializations. So if you want really to work with Copilot, you need to go for a modern work specialization to get access to additional incentives on the activity-based incentives. The same if you want to do deployments, migrations of Azure, of Dynamics, then you need to make sure you have the right specializations to get that extra incentives. So of course, for you as a partner, you need to understand your business, your opportunities, and how does this extra investment that you maybe need to do compare to what you can get of additional funding and incentives, rewards for Microsoft. And you can see here, there is a lot. On the marketing side, and to understand everything, for all of the solution plays, Microsoft have created what they call the partner playbooks. So in this side, you can find everything you need as a partner to go into a specific sales play. You can find enablement training, you can find skilling requirements, you can find the training calendar, you can find the Microsoft Level Up CSP guide, where you have a lot of training available. It's really good time to read through those playbooks for your area and see what is available for Microsoft to help you on those skilling. And again, engage with your Cynics team, and we can do it together. We are helping partners every day going through these kind of things, making sure to align on the practice and helping partners build a new practice and grow new business. As an example of what a campaign can contain of, here we have taken a campaign created by Microsoft to support the Dynamics place, and why it is now a good opportunity for customers to actually move to Dynamics 365 Business Central in the cloud. Now with AI and everything on AI, then it's really good also to have your ERP data and all the knowledge in those data in the cloud. And Microsoft help you sell that message to your customers. They have created customer pitch decks ready to use. They have conversations guide to help you start the customer conversations. They have case study templates, digital content including website templates, ebooks, and infographics. There's social media content for Facebook and LinkedIn, email templates for marketing, and everything very well described in the execution guide. And all of it you can use as it is, and you can include your own logo and then go to market to your customers. Or you can choose to just use the content in your own templates, and you can use Copilot to change the content to match your tone of voice if you prefer to do so. All the documentation, all the requirements, and what you are allowed to do and what you are not allowed to do, you can find in the execution guide. And you can reach out to the Cynics team and Sophia to get help on those. Everything on the incentives part you can see in this Microsoft Commercial Partner Incentive Guide. And it's a big document. It's 182 pages where you can read all the details. The devil is in the details. But here you can find all the different kind of incentives that is available and what is required. What kind of solution partner designation do you need to have? What kind of specialization do you need to have? And what is the different kind of business opportunities where Microsoft will support you? So there might be something where your customers also need to be eligible. It can be the customer need to be a specific customer segment. It can be that they need to have a minimum number of licenses, or it can maybe be that it's scaled, like you can get one funding if it is customers on 300 seats, or you can get more funding if it is a customer more than 300 seats. So all the details is in the guide. And I will not go through 182 pages today, I promise you, because there will be a lot of things that is not like maybe for your segment. But I will definitely recommend you browse through the document to understand what is the available incentives for you, what is the earning opportunities for you, and what is required for you. And then engage with your Cynics team. So together we can map these incentives to your business priorities and the customer opportunities. And then, of course, when we are ready to execution, read the document one time more just to make sure that you really understand what is required when you do the documentation. Because for many of these incentives, you need to make sure you have applied for the incentives with Microsoft, that Microsoft have approved you as a partner, and then you need to deliver some documentation as POE. And I definitely can recommend you that you really understand those before you get started and not after the fact, because then it's too late and you maybe will miss out on significant incentives. So make sure that you really understand the requirements and what you need to deliver as POE. To get access to the Microsoft Commerce incentives, you need to enroll in the Microsoft Partner Center. To do so, you need to have access in Partner Center as an incentive admin. So if you are responsible for incentives and you are not able to see earnings and manage incentives in Partner Center, you need to reach out to the admin of your Microsoft Partner Center and make sure you get that access. And then you simply just need to enroll from the Microsoft Commerce Incentive. There's only one incentive program that you need to enroll. It's not like you need to go into different kind of programs. It's just one. And then you will earn the normal CSP incentives if you are eligible to do so. And then you will also have access to apply for these special customer specific assessment, the services you can deliver. That is something you need to do some manual work. But the first step is to go in and apply for the Microsoft Commerce Incentives. When you log into Microsoft Partner Center and see all the incentive programs, then you may see that you can both see the Microsoft Commerce Incentive, and then you will be able to see there, are you eligible to apply or not? Or are you maybe already enrolled? And then you will also see some indirect reseller incentives, but where I say you are not eligible. And that is by design, because that incentive program is no longer available. So I'm telling you that because it's actually creating a lot of confusion from our resellers, that they look into the incentive portal and then they see, why am I not eligible for the indirect reseller incentives? That is because that was the old incentive program. It no longer exists. I don't know why Microsoft not just hide it. But the only thing that you need to make sure you are actually signed into is the Microsoft Commerce Incentives, because then you have access to everything. Then to understand the incentives, Microsoft actually provide all the information so you really can see how did you get the incentive. You can see all the details, what did you do to earn it, what kind of program or lever is behind it. Is it new customers? Is it something you did on Azure, on Modern Work? Everything you can see on details. You can see what was the customer that made you eligible for this incentive. What is the customers that actually give you most money? All the information is available in Partner Center, but it's not easy available. So I want to tell you that one of the first things you should do is to go in and download the report. Don't begin to browse in the Partner Center to find all the details, because you don't get any really good information. Instead, download the details, download the report, and open that report in Power BI and build your own dashboard where you can get insight to the information you need. That's much better. So, as a CSP partner, there's one thing that is easy. That is, if you are eligible for incentives, then you will just be paid the incentives. You only need to enroll for the program and update your payment profile within the Microsoft Partner Center. Then everything you purchase from TD-SYNNEX or another distributor, that will just come to your account with no further action. This is a screenshot from the partner, from the incentive guide. So all of the 182 pages is designed like this. You can easily in the top navigate between different kind of areas, but basically they are all designed the same. So it's very easy to recognize different kind of incentives and different programs. Everything here that is every modern worksheet, every dynamic sheet, every consumption in Azure, those incentives that is like for the transaction itself, they are just paid directly from Microsoft to your account without the need of you doing anything else than just enroll to the program. We will report to Microsoft, of course, based on the billing, every data, that every sale that is, all the information there, and they will just pay every month the incentives available for you. The other incentives that is activity-based, where you do something for the customers, then you have some work to do. Then you need to go in and apply. You need to make sure the customer actually confirm that you have done this work and deliver POE to Microsoft. So for those incentives, there's more work. But for the transactional CSP incentives, everything is done directly from Microsoft. Some of the incentives on these CSP transaction, they are paid as normal rebates. 60% of the incentives are paid to you as normal rebates one time in a month for the revenue that came in the month before. The other 40% is not paid to you directly. That is being put into a kind of, what you can say, an account within Microsoft that is made available for you to use for co-op activities, for marketing activities, for skilling activities. So Microsoft has divided and say 60%, that is just the incentive paid for you that you can choose to do whatever, but 40% should be used to make new business by skilling or by marketing. Those are like saved in 6 months. So everything from 1st of January to end of June, they will stack the 40% incentive month after month in those 6 months. And when they come to the end of those 6 months at end of June, then Microsoft will go in and make those available for use for activities in the following 6 months. So you earn the money from January to June, and then you can use it for activities from July and until end of December. And then you need to make sure that you claim these to Microsoft, that you upload documentation, what you have done within the next 45 days. So before 15th of February. I will recommend you, of course, to do it right away. Microsoft has a full guide what kind of activities you can actually do and what is required for you to do it. And again, I will recommend you to really read the guide, what kind of POE is required, so you can get the funding that you expect from Microsoft. And again, here, Citizenix team is here to help you. Then there is just one thing more to know. That is, when Microsoft see the end of the incentive period, the end of the earning period, like end of June, then they go in and see how much incentives do you actually now have available for activities for the next 6 months. If it is below 10,000 US dollar, then they will actually just pay you the money. So if you have earned more than 10,000 in co-op in 6 months, then you need the hard work to claim the money for activities. But if it is less than $10,000, they will pay you the money. And then you will see there is a spike in the incentive in the month of August, because then you get the incentives for the last 6 months. And the same will go for the following 6 months. You start a new earning period, the 1st of July to end of December. And I don't think I need to go into the further details on that one. Again, if you want to know more, if you want help how to calculate the incentives, if you want help to see how can you see what incentives you have available in Partner Center, please reach out to me or reach out to the Microsoft team in Citizenix, and we are all here to help you. So what kind of incentive do you have as a CSP partner? What is available to you? You might recall that as a Microsoft partner, you can either buy directly from Microsoft if you have the right amount of value and have the right kind of support investment and have the resources to really work with that. Or you can be an indirect reseller and buying from a distributor like Citizenx. When you talk about all these incentives, it doesn't matter. You actually get exactly the same incentives whether you are a direct bill partner or if you buying to a distributor like Citizenx. There's no benefit from one or the other when we look at just the money. So all the slides in the incentives guide are built like this. Here you can see, first of all, in the top, a description of the different kind of incentives. And in the left side, then you can see what is required from you as a partner. So first of all, you need to be a member of the Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program. You need to be authorized as a CSP reseller in Partner Center, and that you will be to be able to buy anything in CSP. So that's really, really simple. If you can buy CSP from Citizenx, then you are also authorized in the Partner Center, else it would not be possible. And then you need to be involved to the Microsoft Commerce Incentive. Then you can see that you need to be a solution partner. So Microsoft has 6 different kind of solution partner designation. There's one for modern work, one for Dynamics, one for security, and then there's 3 different for Azure. And you just need to have one of those, and then you will have access to incentives. If you are not yet a solution partner, but still a silver partner or a gold partner in the whole legacy program, then you can see here also the different kind of programs that actually give access still to incentives. But as you will recall, that's for a limited period. Soon you need to be a solution partner. And then there is also a requirement to how much revenue do you actually have as a CSP reseller for the last 12 months. You need to have a revenue of minimum $25K US. But I think that will be easy for everyone to meet, else it would not make sense to make this business. So what kind of incentives are you then earning? Here you can see the different rates. And as you can see in the bottom, then it say you will get 60% paid as rebate and 40% paid as co-op. First of all, you get 3.75% for every billed revenue on modern work. Doesn't matter what product, if it is Exchange Online or Microsoft 365 Business Standard or Intune or Microsoft 365 E3, E5. That is 3.75% on everything you sell on modern work. Then Microsoft also have what they call a global strategic product accelerator. And then you get something on top of the 3.75. So you will get, if you sell Business Premium or if you sell E3, then you will get additional 5%. So now you will earn 8.75% of every revenue that you sell month after month. If you sell Microsoft 365 E5 or if you sell Copilot, then you will get 7%. So that means you will get 7% and 3.75. That's 10.75% for every E5 or every Copilot license. So Microsoft stack these incentives. Then it's also worth to notice that for any new customer that you win that did not sell or did not buy these products before, you actually get 15% for the first year. So if you have a customer that did not buy Microsoft 365 E3 before, then you can actually get 15% on top of the 10.75%. That's significant money. So the details is here. what does count as a new customer, you can see here exactly what is required. So you can see that it's only modern work bill revenue. So the customer cannot have any modern work. It can be some customer that you maybe win that had Google before or something. And then you will get these extra 15% you will get for 12 months. And it doesn't matter if you pay the 12 month in one time or if you pay it over the 12 months. You know, when you buy a Microsoft CSP with annual commitment, you can still choose if you want to pay monthly or if you want to pay one time upfront. You will still get the 15% incentive of every revenue in those 12 months. So it will also mean that if you buy like then 10 seats today and then later add 20 seats, then at the time when you add the 20 seats, you will get for 30 seats until the 12 months has passed from the original purchase. And here you can see the different models. So again, I don't want to go into all the details, but just so you can see how is the documentation built in the guide. Here you can see how does Microsoft actually calculate it, and they do it very, very visual. On Dynamics, it's similar. You have 4.75% upfront. Then you have some products where you get 70.5% more. Or if you sell Business Central, you will get 10% more. So that means that for Business Central, every license you sell every month, you will get 14.75%. And if it is a new customer add, then you get 20% more. And again, here is the documentation. What is required? What count as a new CSP customer for business applications? One thing I want to highlight, and that goes both for modern work before and also here for Dynamics 365. Note that you will get these payments month after month for the first 12 months. But what will happen then in that scenario that we talked about before, that maybe suddenly the customer wants to change because they did not feel they maybe get a good service from you, or maybe you want a new customer from a competitor. The customer add incentive that you will only have for the first 12 months from the original purchase from the original reseller. So if you win a new Dynamics 365 customer and help the customer start and everything, then you will get all those the incentives for those for 12 months. But if the customer choose to leave after maybe 5 months, then you will only get for the 5 months. And the new partner will not get anything. So it will not be that the new partner will just take over the incentives for the first customer add incentives. So if you have chosen maybe to say, I get extra money from Microsoft, those I want to share with my customer, then when the customer moves to a competitor, they will not get the same price. And of course, you need to be aware of the same situation that it could be an existing partner have given a customer a special price, but when they move to you, you will not get that discount and cannot offer the same price to a customer. But again, remember, incentives are not meant to be passed to the customer. It's meant for you to actually make your business profitable and to help you to like award you for that business you have done, the money, the work you have done. On the same on Azure, you have 4% as normal CSP motion incentive. You get 10% on Azure reservations and selling plans. There's an accelerator on AI products in Azure and another accelerator on other Azure workloads. So you can get 7% for AI and 3% for some other workloads. And you see here the list. of the products eligible for the 7% accelerator and the workloads that is eligible for the 3% accelerator. Again, reach out to your team members in Microsoft team in Telesinix, and we will help you to do the right calculations. And also from Azure, if you have customers not buying in Azure yet, then you can also get 15% extra the first 12 months for the consumption they have in those 12 months. Good. We are almost ready. Time is also past the 1 hour. So I will just finish and tell you a short introduction to the customer engagement incentives, and then we end the call for today. So here you have like a list of the different kind of incentives that is available for Microsoft. Common for all of those is that you need to have a specialization to get access to those incentives. So that means it also is an investment for you to make sure you have the time to really work with the customers, and also that you have the right certifications, the right skills. But then you can see some of the amount that you actually can get extra. So it's really, really worth to investigate and find out what kind of investments can you get from Microsoft. And here, how does it fit into the different kind of solution plays? And they try to also align this into the different kind of sales motion. Where does it fill in? Like here for business application. In Listen and Consult, this is where you do the assessment. What is it the customer need? And you can get some money for that. Inspire and Design, here where you create the POC for the customers. How does that fit in? And then, of course, here you have the normal CSP transactions, and then you can help really make sure that it's being deployed the right way with the customer and the customer is going to use it. So different kind of business opportunities and earning opportunities. But for most of these, you need to have the Dynamics 365 business partner specialization. Good. And last, here on Azure, where you can have, again, different kind in the engagement model with the customers, there is different kind of incentives available. All of the things are, of course, in the details. So you need to, as I told you, make sure that you actually understand what is required for you and for the customer to be able to get the funding from Microsoft. And you need to know that before you start, so you don't end in a situation where you have done a lot of work, but you did not do it at the right time, and therefore don't get the incentives. So read that in the guide or get help from our team. For all of the workloads, all the different kind of engagements that you can do, Microsoft has a slide like this. So as you see here, if you want to really go and work with Copilot and create different kind of workshops with the customers to sell in and deliver Copilot all over the organization, then this is an example that if the customer have more than 300 licenses of Microsoft 365, then you actually can get access to these incentives where it's like $7,500 US to create this kind of workshop. But to get these, then you need to either be a modern work or business partner specialization, and you need to also have an offer that is like being approved by Microsoft. So it's not like just coming to you. You have some work to do to create the offer, make sure that it's advertised in the Microsoft website, and that you have the right specialization. And we can help you in Telesinix to make the assessment, what do you need to get these specializations, and to build the offer and have it approved by Microsoft on the Microsoft website. That is what Microsoft call co-sell. All the details here in the guide, and you can now understand why I cannot go through 182 slides. We already over time, but read through these documents and see that there is something for Copilot, different kind of workshops, different kind of engagement. Here you can see a lot of money available. We just need to understand how to get it. Business application, it's the same. You can do some need assessments. There is migrations possibilities, deployment accelerators, lot of opportunities, but we need to go into the details together to understand exactly what is eligible for you and what is required for the customers to get these incentives. So use time, go through this document, try to see what is actually fit into your practice, and then work with your Citizenics team, and we will build the plan together. And together we will create a lot of good business. So basically, I have just included a few here as examples, but there is many more in the 182 pages guide. Please go ahead, read it, and engage with me and engage with my coworkers, your account manager, with Microsoft team in Citizenics. We are here to help you to build the plan together. If you have any questions, put it in the Q&A, send me an email, and maybe I can ask Sophia to write my email address in the chat so you know where to send it. And then we are here to help you. We recognize incentives is not just an easy task. It's not easy to understand everything. So, but there's a lot of money from Microsoft available if we help Microsoft land some business. Thank you for listening and have a nice day.